when trying to derive the area formula for a parallelogram, again, it's a great idea to start with something that you know. Don't start with something that you don't know. Start with something you know, and in this case, again, it's a rectangle. I can take this parallelogram and, well, it's not exactly a rectangle at this point. However, if I take this chunk right here, and I then move it to its other side, we could get something that looks like a rectangle. Now, some of you might look at this and say, well, you can't move it. Wouldn't that change the area? No, it wouldn't. The area does not change because you haven't removed any squares. You haven't sliced this off and thrown it away. We've just taken whatever squares were inside of here and changed its location. And that does not affect its area. So what we have to visualize is we have to visualize this being gone, right? Moved over to the right now. And our new parallelogram's area is actually looking like a rectangle, right? So our parallelogram, we would say visually has the exact same amount of squares in it that a rectangle does. So if a rectangle's formula for area is length times width, we would say that the area formula for a parallelogram is exactly the same, length times width. Now, if you don't get that, or you don't believe me there, let me show it to you a different way. We're going to again start with something that we know, but we're not going to start with a rectangle, we're going to start with a triangle. A parallelogram is in fact two equal triangles. We've got one triangle here, we've got a second triangle here. The base and the height of both of these triangles is the same. This would be the base of triangle 1, this would be the base of triangle 2, the same measurement. The height would be this height here for triangle 1, which is the exact same height as this one for triangle 2. So essentially, if we were trying to figure out the area of this parallelogram, we would say, well, it's base times height divided by 2 plus another base times height divided by 2. If you don't like it this way, go back to the fraction idea of saying we've got half of a base in the height plus another half of a base in the height. And we all know that a half plus a half equals a whole. We also know that base times height could also be written as length times width. So again, we've shown that the area of a parallelogram is just a very simple formula, length times width.